Hello, I'm RetroJules. This was my last game in the Tier 5 Skoda T24 and we're top tier. There's lots of juicy Tier 3 targets out there, and finally I had a half decent game in this tank, and I've not really enjoyed this tank. It's not been dreadful, but it's not been particularly fun. It's just a bit of a dull tank, I would say. Quite a big easy target with a very slow aim time, not particularly accurate, but yeah, pretty decent gun. And I was glad this was the last game. So I just rolled up here as a fairly good vantage point, kind of taking on the role of a scout here, because our light tanks aren't going anywhere quickly. And we got one of the resin eyes coming straight at me, does hardly any damage, and it just takes 2 shots and get kill number 1. That's quite a nice start. Now I've got that light tank just to the left down in the dip there, but I'm more concerned about the medium to my right, the T24. And this just goes to show that actually the gun's really effective, because it does do a nice bit of damage. That's a third of that T34's health in one hit. And the second shot almost does the job. And somebody steals me a kill. That's not fair. And I get spotted, not quite sure, thinking it's probably the Grant at the top there. Little knowing that there is a TD there. Somewhere probably around B3, and it's putting shots in, and I'm just sat here immobilised trying to save a repair kit, and realise that yeah, that's not going to work. So track's repaired and on I go. And there's just quite a lot of targets here just sitting there, and forgetting how high the M2 is, all I'm doing is tracking it. I should be aiming a little bit higher. Tracked again. Be nice to get some damage in. And that was probably the good thing about the Skoda T24. It's got a fairly decent reload time, and it does a decent bit of damage. But I have no qualms about selling this tank whatsoever. This tank is not a keeper for me. Right, so I like T24, possibly stuck on a hill, not sure, and I take a shot from the right, and this M5 Stuart appears absolutely out of nowhere. Must have come charging over the top, and I've just blocked some friendly fire, and yeah, that's that. So back to that T24, up on that hill, and yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened with that shot, probably didn't aim it properly. But I think the Skoda's probably stuck or just fixated on that light target, and get a shot in the back. And we get kill number 4, and we're not even 5 minutes into the game. We are absolutely decimating the enemy here. And we're all grouped together, we're all huddled up together, and I'm going round because I'm pretty sure that that heavy's been taken out. There's the tank destroyer that got me at the start of the game. And get a nice shot in the side. And will I get that extra shot in? Yes, we finish off the SU. And I'm on 5 kills. I just need 1 more kill to get a top gun. And I never, ever get a top gun. Mainly because I play light tanks and I don't think it's so easy to get one. You may prove me wrong on that front, and you probably will, but me personally, top guns, yeah, I can't remember the last time I got a top gun, if ever. So this is my chance, and it's the last tank in the game, so I'm going to carefully aim this shot, try and get a shot in the back. Oh, it's not enough. Do I get another shot? A shot bounces on the front. Yay! Retro gets a top gun. A really nice way to finish off and say goodbye and a little bit of good riddance to the Skoda T24, and a really healthy 3,300 XP to help me do so, and a few little medals and stuff to go with it, including a Top Gun and we came top overall by doing by far the most damage. So that was it for the Skoda T24, selling that and quite happily moving on to the Skoda T25. And I get the feeling that the Skoda T25 was going to be a very similar tank, similar height, similar size. I've also got the German version of this which looks identical, but this does get an autoloader, and I thought, just don't really want to play right through the same type of tank, so I free XP'd all the packages, and all I've got to do now is earn enough to get the next tank after this. And just got a little bit of gameplay to show you, nothing amazing, but just to show you the T25 kind of doing its thing with quite an effective autoloader. So it's a really dreary day on mines. It's raining, it's miserable, and this is my first game in the Skoda T25. Free XP'd both packages. Couldn't be bothered to grind through this because I didn't really enjoy the grind. That was the T24, and hurrah, got the first autoloader. So for the first time on the Czech tank line, on the tech tree, I'm getting a feel for what could be to come, because I do like autoloaders, and this is a very fast autoloader. It's about a 7-second reload, doesn't do a great deal of damage, and the shots are pretty rapid. And this game isn't amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but just wanted to show you, just in case you haven't rolled out the Czech tanks and you wanted to see what they're about, I just thought I'd show you me having a game in the T25, and it's not off to a cracking start actually. I'm out here on my own, knowing I've got a medium tank sort of going through the marsh, and the majority of our team, well actually they're sort of, well, they're all over the place really when I think about it. Right, VK at the back, a little bit of a slow aim time, and we get a shot in, and that one misses. So as you can see, it's a bit of a nibbler of a gun. It's not particularly powerful, but it will come into its own later, and we're mid-tier in this game, so we're tier 6, and we got tier 7s and we got tier 5s out there too. And just trying some lazy auto aims, which doesn't quite come off, and off we go. So I'm going to just circle round the back here, stay out of trouble. Now I've got this as a German premium tank, and I think it's a tier 5 from what I remember. Tier 5, tier 6, can't remember. And they look identical, but the German version hasn't got an autoloader on it, and I bought it for about £5, and I've never played it. I'm not really sure why I bought it. I think I was being a bit tight, and I thought, oh, I'll buy a cheap tank to train the German crews, and I've never really used it. And now that I've got the hammer, that's all I really need if I want to train German crews. Right, here we go. 3 shots does the job, and this is where I got a little taste of how I think that the future of this Czech tech tree will be when you've got these really fast auto-loading tanks. And I think these tanks work well if you're a light tank player, because they've got no armour whatsoever. They're quite quick, they're quite mobile, they're a little bit on the large side. But if you play them carefully as a light tank, I think you're going to be able to go in and do an awful lot of damage at the end of the game. Now that IS wasn't even playing. Right, we've got the hammer at the back. And it just shows you when I'm a tier down that these shots don't do a lot of damage. But you don't have to wait long for your drum to refill. Reload rather. Refill. And, well, we got 2 kills. We're not doing too bad. So they've got 2 heavies left, a KV-3, and one of those stupid Japanese things stuck right in the middle of the map. And it's just going to sit there going, yeah, come on guys, if you think you're hard enough, come and get me. I'm a tier 7 Oni, bring it on. And that's pretty much how you seem to play these Japanese heavies. Just stick yourself there at an angle and just watch how people go. Don't really know how to penetrate you. Right, KV3, that auto-aim doesn't work. No. And I don't want to push too far because I know that Oni's up there. Just trying to get a tracking shot there to slow it down. So we come round for the KV. Get a couple of shots in. Could have done with a couple more really, would have finished that KV off nicely. Right, so how many tanks does it take to take out a Japanese Oni? Well, I would say all of them. And here we all go in, going in for the kill. The Oni takes one of us out, and bye-bye to you. So that was just a little taster of this tank. I think I'm going to enjoy it more than the T24 for sure. Still don't get the impression this tank's going to be a keeper. But I am battling my way through, and I'm now at tier 6 on the Czechoslovakian tech tree. And I've got 3000 XP, so that's going to do nicely, thank you very much, and came 4th overall. And this was my second game in the Skoda T25, and I haven't seen the Liberty Falls map. I did my video on Liberty Falls update. I kind of know what it's about and how it was going to look, and because I haven't been tanking much, as you know, setting up the new PC, etc, etc, I haven't actually seen this map, and it came up and I'm top tier, and I thought, great, I'm top tier, I stand a chance, and I want to have a good look around this map. And immediately I wondered if I was playing World of Tanks or Forza Horizon. It's just not seen roads, and it looks really, really lovely. And I thought the one thing I want to do in this game, if I can, is survive, so I can have a good look at the map. And there's only two, it seems there's only two places you can cross, which is the waterfall or the bridge. I don't know if you can go across the water elsewhere. Like I say, this is the first time I've seen the map, and I wanted to have a look at the waterfall, and another T25 kind of puts a stop to that. So straight away I'm backing up and got myself into a bit of a tight corner. I've got a bit of support coming. No idea how many more tanks are out here. The rest of our, I'm not sure what our team are doing. They're sort of, are they camping? I don't really know where they are on this map because I don't know it. Are they up on ridge lines there? Because they don't seem to be driving forward. So we've got two mediums with me and a light tank, and I've got a medium coming behind for support. And I am not going to progress this part of the map, and oh, I'm not doing well here at all. I'm down to a third of my health. We've got three mediums, and I just really, really want to have a look at this map and have a bit of a tour. And the enemy, damn them, are stopping me. Damn those red diamonds from letting me and Lara Croft in my tank go exploring. So I'm just going to sit back and I'm keeping an eye on that jumbo. And yeah, that jumbo is well angled. I'm not going to, no, that's it. And oh, that was lucky, and I got shot at, and I'm kind of, oh yeah, so there is a cliff face up here. So that's where our whole team are camping. I managed to find about half their team up on that waterfall. And I'm just legging it. Going to try and find a rock to hide behind. And right, okay, right. So I can see the waterfall. I get to see the waterfall from down here. That's good. I'd like to see the rest of the map. I'd like to go across the river and see what it looks like. But I really can't do anything. And it looks like, right, our team have all huddled up together, and it looks like they are going to be crossing the bridge at H8. And I'm trying to take that Hetzer out, trying to stay out of trouble, just get myself, oh, steady. No, don't stick out too far. And I'm kind of, yeah, in between a rock and a hard place. There's a TD up on the hill, a couple of shots in, and that was my experience of Liberty Falls. The only chance I got to see the map, and it didn't go particularly well. So I'm going to continue grinding my way through the Czechoslovakian tech tree. I'm on tier 6, I've just got to tier 6. As you can imagine, as you go up the tiers, the grinding gets more and more, but finally I've got an autoloader, so I'm happy. I'm getting that little taste of what these tanks could be like. These very fast auto-loading, low armoured, fast tanks. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I think that's what we're going to get. And as you can imagine, as the tiers get higher, the grind gets bigger, so the space between these videos is going to be that much larger. But I will keep you updated on my Czech updates and my progress through this tech tree. Hope you enjoyed the video. Keep safe, keep tanking, and I'll see you soon.